There's one kind of email that we like to get almost as much as the ones where you tell us, I got an offer. These emails are the ones where you say, I've got a case interview in a week and I don't know what to do. Why do we love to get these emails? Because we love to help you out, and a week is more than enough time to prep for the case interview. Now, trust me, if you're thinking about starting early, you're going to find yourself in a better position to succeed. But we've helped a lot of people break into consulting under the gun, and trust me, it's possible. Let's dive into how you can break into consulting by prepping for your case interview in under 1 week. In this episode, we'll go through 4 things you have to do to effectively prep in under a week for case interviews, because there's no room for error. Plus, we're going to go through a few of the things that you absolutely cannot do because you don't have time and they're not going to help. Before we dive into the specifics, please make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. The first thing you do once you've got a case interview in the bag and you know that you have under a week to prepare is to jump into out loud synchronous practice with videos right away. What does this mean? Well, naturally, there's a DIY period. You feel a little silly if you just start to do cases with someone out loud. But there's also a huge risk that you waste your time early in the prep process when you only have 5 to 7 days to prepare. So what do you need to do to prepare when you're under the gun? You start by watching videos. Then you're gathering information verbally, and you begin to practice what you would say when you pause the video just before you listen to the response of the interviewee. This step in the prep process builds the best foundation for you to get exposure to cases and have the opportunity to practice in a low-risk environment, but to build skills where you see an automatic copy of a response right after you complete yours. All of the candidates that we've worked with who have successfully broken in a very short amount of time use videos as their primary form of content. Number 2, after you've completed those first 5 cases, which should take you 1 to 2 of your days thinking about the case interview, the next step is incredibly important. You need to get a diagnostic interview. Now, this can come from a friend who's going through the process or even somebody at the firm, but both of those have risks. For example, with your friend, they might not give you feedback that's of the quality that you'll need to succeed in the interview. And somebody at the firm, if you're really not ready at all, might damage your reputation by sharing your lack of preparation with other folks on the interviewing team. But our recommendation would be that you work with an expert. And of course, we have experts at MC that are a great option for this. We will be honest, direct, and actionable when thinking about what you need to do with your limited time you have left. After you've gotten your diagnostic interview, they will probably point out a few things. Are you good in structure or are you weak? Do you need help with your math? Or should you bulk up those skills? Are you great with creative brainstorming, or do you need more practice? And the next best thing that you can and should do are drills. These drills, in which you should do 20 of each type at a minimum, and more if you still need time, will help you figure out where your key weak areas are. And through repeatable processes, you will build the skills to get better at them in a very short amount of time. This drill-based process is the key secret to the management consulted formula. It's how we've broken so many people into consulting with such a high success rate. And that drill-based process will be the secret for you on how to get ready in just a few days. In fact, one of our most popular coaches who went to McKinsey from a non-target school did exactly that by just doing drills in her preparation process. Fourth and finally, and here we hope you leave some time for this, you should do up to 10 mock interviews. If you start and accelerate the early part of the process, let's say you do 1 to 2 days of the videos, then you grab a diagnostic interview, then you do 1 to 2 days of your drills. That just leaves you a few days left in your week to finish up this process. Well, you can do 3 to 4 cases a day. And in fact, we find that some people have a high rate of success when they do just that. If you do 1 case every 4 weeks, it's going to be a lot more difficult for you to break in because you won't be building incremental skills. So in the short amount of time, embrace the limitations, embrace the pressure, and focus on 10 cases. If you're able to complete 10 in total, what we would recommend is that you focus on cases across different business problems. Different industries are also great, but the most important factor is different business problems. Because if you're able to solve every single one of the variations that you'll get inside the case, you'll be ready for any case interview in any industry. Now, these are some of the things that you can do to succeed in the case interview and an actionable plan that you can follow. But you also have to watch out for the things that others might tell you to do when they're not thinking about your timeline or they don't have our same rate of success. First of all, read casebooks. We're huge fans of casebooks. Heavens, we wrote one ourselves. But this is one of those times where we would say, don't read ours or anyone else's. Casebooks will not help you. They will make you feel more comfortable. They will make you feel smarter, and you will be 0% more prepared for your case interview. Second, don't read how-to blogs. How-to blogs are super duper unhelpful when it comes to prepping yourself for the case interview because they share what other people thought and what other people did, but they aren't in your situation applying for your firm at your level or with your challenges or weaknesses. So reading how-to blogs is a great way to psych yourself out. Ignore them in the week before your interview. Finally, some people get over-focused on a specific firm's case interviews. And while it might feel smart if you have a Deloitte interview to prep just for a Deloitte interview, the best practice we've found is actually to prepare for any case interview. After all, in the first round, it's less Deloitte specific and it's more, can you solve a case? And so it might seem counterintuitive, but don't scroll through the firm websites. Don't read all of the firm interviews. Don't focus on exactly what that firm says to do. Focus on the best practices that will make you a great caser overall. And in your last 1 to 2 cases only, focus on that firm's specific type. Otherwise, you'll think of the way that the firm describes it, which is often at a lower standard than they themselves expect, and you won't prepare adequately for your interview. These things might seem counterintuitive, but trust me, we've helped a lot of people get ready in a really short amount of time for the all-important case interview. Why should you invest so much in just 1 week for this interview? Well, it's a chance of a lifetime, and I myself am a testimony of that. I came into Bain as somebody who had very little brand name experience, and since I've left, I've had opportunities everywhere I can look. And those are the things that you're investing in to have the opportunity to get trained and the opportunity to go beyond where you think you might otherwise be able to go. In conclusion, 1 week is more than enough, but you've got to do the right things and none of the wrong things. Make sure that you focus on this prep plan, and please reach out in case you've got questions or engage us in one of our specialized programs we can deliver for you in only a week as well. Thanks for joining.